In Grand Theft Auto 6 news, GTA 6 will not, I repeat, not save the struggling games industry, experts say. There's even a somewhat of a naive expectation that this one release will reverse the industry's current direction. And an expert says it won't. Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 is expected to be, by some accounts, the most important release in the history of video games, as it relates to helping the video game industry rebound. But GTA 6 is not a magic bullet and cannot solve the wider issues within gaming as it relates to health and stability, according to analyst and NYU Stern professor Juice Van This nigga sound like a Castlevania villain. I don't know. My bad, dude. He told IGN that people should not look to GTA 6 to address the wider, more systematic issues impacting the video game business.
Every time a sub returns.
Shout out to Savan Rain with the sub. Appreciate it.
Into oblivion.
GTA 6, of course, is expected to have a gargantuan debut, with one firm modeling sales of 40 million in revenue of 3 billion in the first year alone. The Castlevania villain says that GTA 6 will be a massive launch and said people are overly optimistic if they think GTA 6 is a magic bullet. After the high comes the hangovers, he said. I realize that many in the industry are looking forward to this undoubtedly pivotal moment. That's even a somewhat naive expectation that this one release will reverse the industry's current direction. It won't. When GTA 6 comes out, gamers and investors alike will enjoy their respective highs. I know I will. I've got money in Take-Two Interactive. But the painful come down may come next. I expect a period of sobriety to follow. In the absence of any similar releases in the near future, especially investors are likely to redeploy their capital somewhere else, thereby lowering the industry's overall valuation, he said.
Super chat my ear off. Shut up, stupid little girl.
You playing Where Winds Meet? Love the content. Fuck PS4 players.
Shout out to Doberman Squad with the $5 super chat. No, I'm not playing Where Wind Meets. That one doesn't interest me. The video game industry has faced cuts and setbacks in recent years, including a spate of massive layoffs, price increases, and numerous game cancellations. People like former PlayStation executive Sean Layden have been saying time and time again that the AAA scene is unsustainable. So here's what he's talking about if you're not following this article. Analysts are not saying that GTA 6 will not generate billions upon billions of dollars. They're not saying this will not break financial records. What they're saying is this will not stop, say it with me, greed. Because that's the issue. If you read this article, you think the gaming industry is the struggling gaming industry. Fucking, they just announced Ghost of Yote sold 3 million copies in like the first month. Some people are calling a failure, and then I pulled up a calculator and now niggas got a different opinion. That shit made over $200 million in the first month, and that game's gonna easily sell 10 million copies. The fucker, it cost 60 million to make, and they made 200 million in the first month, and niggas calling that a failure. Nigga, you make $40,000 a month. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? The industry is not, and yet that was quick. The industry is not struggling. The issue is corporate greed, and we are not holding them accountable. You got people out here saying they don't give a fuck if the Grand Theft Auto developers get paid. Well, what happens when the game doesn't come out because nobody's getting fucking paid? That's the issue. And I'm gonna keep stressing this shit. Pay what you owe, nigga. The price of living is going up, the cost of living, but wages are not. The issue is those at top are taking bonuses. The CEO of Bungie got 25 cars. Nigga, why? Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, made $30 million. Why? Why do you need that much fucking money? It doesn't make any sense. So what they're saying in this article is, yes, GTA 6 is scheduled to generate unfathomable amounts of money. But the layoffs won't stop. And that makes some people think the industry is in some type of bad shape when it's not. The issue is they want to increase their profit margins and not pay people. It's a simple solution. A, pay developers and also make smaller scale games. This will allow people to become more creative And also, if the game fails, you don't take as big of a hit. But when every game is $60 million, $100 million, $200 million, you're more likely to get a Concord on your hand. When your game costs $200 million to make, you have to make $200 million just to make a zero, just to break even. You got to sell it. So like, yeah, for like Concord, that was a massive failure because it cost so much to make, which means they had to make so much back. But for certain other games where I think they said only Expedition 33 took like 50 million. Expedition 33, I think that sold 3 million already in the first few months. They're fucking fine. They're making good money. And the worst part is when I talked about this on a previous stream, I think some of y'all got it for the most part. But then there were some people in the chat, I saw it. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you say that until you become, I'm not gonna lie. That's such a little kid ass take, bro. I don't understand. You complaining at your job that you don't make enough money and then you also cool with somebody else, man. That's why we all suffering. There's no fucking class consciousness, bro. Do they think this because it looks more attractive to investors? Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that profit is above everything else, at least here in the United States. That's why why do we have health insurance companies putting profit before everything else? That's why they deny so many different deductibles. Because they're more worried about keeping money in their pocket, because if they're actually helping people, they're going to lose money. Profit is put before anything else, and that is the problem. It gets to a certain point where you have to ask yourself, are we happy being a $50 billion company, and how can we sustain this? You can't, there's only so much resources to extract. You are closer to becoming homeless than becoming a millionaire or a billionaire. Most people are 1 to 2 missed paychecks. Yeah, the average American has $500 or less in their bank account, bro. Concord costs more than the Avengers movie. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I'm gonna be honest. But like I've been preaching, the real solution to this is there needs to be smaller scale games. Games that are 10 to 15 hours long, new characters, new IPs that don't cost a shit ton of money, but they keep making these fucking, we just went over it. The new live service Horizon game, that's gonna cost a lot of money to make. MMO is hard to make because there's a lot of moving systems and parts. You have this character creator, this big massive world that people explore. You have to optimize that. Then on top of that, you're gonna have like 100+ people on one server, maybe 1,000. Like that shit is hard to make. That costs money. That's why they're putting that shit on mobile, because they're gonna microtransact the fuck out of it, bro. What convinced them to spend that much money? And that's another question too. That's a great question. Well, we know the answer. Fortnite. Fortnite has done more damage to the gaming industry than a lot of us would like to admit. The success of Fortnite was a good and a bad thing, because it brought gaming into a new level of, what's the word? It brought a new level of new eyeballs to the gaming space, but it also brought a new level of greed. Because once, and it's specifically Fortnite, PUBG was successful, but Fortnite with them skins, oh my God. When investors saw how much money that shit generated, that's when we started getting all these live service games versus just moving on to stuff, bruh. Isn't it crazy though that Fortnite handles its microtransactions better than most games? And that's the funny part. They never get right what made that formula successful in the first place. They just see how much money it generates, and that's the problem. That's the problem with Suits, the lack of creativity. So like, I'm not saying that, understand when I say I'm blaming Fortnite, it's not coming from I'm not saying Fortnite was made with malice. I'm just saying we're still a victim of the success regardless. Especially at first you could cross-play with the tab. Real shit. Horse Armor from Oblivion was the start. Horse Armor was Patient Zero, but Fortnite is what took shit to another, it was a whole nother level. And the worst part is too, the saga involving employees with Rockstar, it's not over. According to reports, more than 200 employees signed a letter urging Rockstar to reverse the firings. If you haven't been following the stream or the news, reading yourself, 30 to 40 employees were fired last week from Rockstar when Rockstar discovered they had their own private Discord where they were discussing putting together a union to demand better pay. Because for those unaware, the average game developer makes about $70,000 a year, which is not a lot of money because most of these game studios are in the most expensive cities in the world. I don't know. Well, internationally, yeah. Domestically, most game studios are in Austin, Texas, Seattle, California. And then internationally, you got like Singapore, Toronto, Seoul. It's all the most. So you have to understand, when you live in these expensive cities, which these employees are usually required to, you need a higher pay. They're not getting paid. So like that 70,000 to 80,000 may seem like a lot, but in California, that's poverty, whether you realize that or not. We're not talking about Willacoochee, Georgia. We're not talking about cousin fuck Arkansas, okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about civilization. So here's the follow-up to the story. They all got fired, and the accusations against Rockstar is they're union busting. Over 200 Rockstar North staffers have been spoken out against the recent firings conducted at the company's direction, calling them a blatant, unapologetic act of vicious union busting. The Rockstar Games union busting claims aren't going away anytime soon. For the uninitiated, on October 30th, the GTA maker terminated 31 employees at Rockstar's UK studios, reportedly for sharing confidential information. That's what Rockstar claimed. The decision was met almost immediately with intense scrutiny from the remaining employees and broader internet community. Now the UK Parliament and the IWGB, the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, have taken notice, with the IWGB organizing over 200 employees to sign a letter demanding that GTA's developer reinstate the 31 fired employees immediately. The IWGB has also planned protests for both today, November 14th, and Tuesday, November 18th, to stand in solidarity with the fired members. Translation, GTA 6 fans. Yo, who's Bubba? Nigga, you know who Bubba is. GTA fans, I hate to break it to you. I know you really want your video game. I know you don't want to hear about politics, ball and gun, gun, ball, gun, ooga, ooga, ooga. But there is a possibility. They said that shit coming out late 2026, November. It's a possibility it could get pushed back to 2027. Because what started off as 30 to 40 employees is now grown to 200. And it could get bigger. It could turn into a full-blown strike. And if you missed my rant last time, before you get in your feelings and say, I've been waiting forever for Grand Theft Auto 6, friendly reminder. Game developers don't have a fucking life. They sit in that damn computer and make the fucking game all day. I've been to multiple studios. They have showers, they have gyms, they have whole cafeterias, basketball courts, soccer fields. They have every amenity imaginable on these goddamn campuses to keep them there and developing. These people don't get to see their families and they can barely pay their rent. I know you want to play Grand Theft Auto 6, but let's make sure the people who are making the product that you love can afford to fucking live. Because friendly reminder, if they can't, the game may never come out. Just some food for thought. Just some food for thought. Damn, they announced on official Twitter they about to do that shit, just like the animators in Japan. I respect the fact that you have faith in these people, because you know damn well no matter how many people they fire, they still buying this shit. Well, I'm not talking about it coming out. I'm just talking about when it comes out.
Sabretooth returns to mash my meat into a
yo, shout out to Matt Got Sauce with the sub. I just saw a guy fall to his knees in Walmart listening to your live about this. Your name is iTroll. You're joking. You didn't hear that shit. Ain't nobody watching my stream at Walmart and fell to their knees. No, fucking Grand Theft Auto. No, what am I do? But what I will say is, if it actually did happen, I would not be surprised it wasn't a Walmart. Ball and gun gamers love to frequent Walmart. I would not be surprised. Anyways, the IWGB has issued claims against Rockstar Games for the Dollar General unfairly dismissing staff for engaging in union activity and blacklisting members. To date, the organization states that Rockstar has openly declined to meet with them to discuss this issue. This is what's led to the open letter from over 200 employees and plans of protest. That and the employees have been in the process of forming a union within the company. This union was going to be known as the Rockstar Game Workers Union, and it aimed to push for better working conditions ahead of the release of a highly anticipated GTA 6. Excuse me. A statement issued by IWGB President Alex Marshew says, "We are confident that we've seen here in plain and simple union busting, and we will mount a full legal defense with our expert group of caseworkers, legal officers, and barristers. Employees like Rockstar will do well to understand that the private spaces such as the trade union discords have protections and that their company's contractual clauses do not supersede UK law. This case stands as a warning to any employer in the games industry and beyond who thinks they're able to act with impunity against organized workers. We will not be intimidated. And you know the sad thing about this? Friendly reminder, guys. Rockstar is one of, if not the richest game studios in the gaming space. That's just studio. On top of that, they're also owned by one of the richest publishers in the gaming space. We are talking about a company that made Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still one of the 10 best-selling games of the year every year for the last 15 fucking years that it's been out, right? However long it's been. On top of that, for those unaware, Rockstar publisher is Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two Interactive is also the publisher of NBA 2K and a bunch of other games. NBA 2K is one of the best-selling games. What I'm trying to tell you is this company has money, and they're gonna generate unfathomable amounts of money for GTA 6, and niggas can't get paid. You can't get paid. Where's the empathy? Where's the empathy? So I'm just trying to, put some food for thought out there. Don't let your blind consumerism. Don't let your consumerism, your extreme consumerism, blind you for what's going on in the real world. Fucking hate this shit, bro. You tired of making 30,000? Them niggas is too. Because I hate to break it to you, that 70,000 they make in California is basically 30, 40,000. Like it's not a way to live. Toxic consumerism will be the demise of the gaming industry as long as these motherfuckers, not even the gaming industry. I think at least America as a whole. Blind consumerism, extreme. We are a consumerist nation to our own detriment. We like to bury ourselves in things and in expensive activities without looking at the books just to feel something. And I think some of that does stem from the fact that a lot of us don't own anything. The average new home owner is like 38. I saw in a report the other day. People are like depressed. I can't get a home. I can't get a car, but I can get this microtransaction. And it just becomes like a vicious cycle. When in reality, the best way to stick it to these corporations is to stop spending altogether, or bare minimum, really be picky about where you spend your money, because then it forces them to compete harder. But the way we've gotten in this position is we've allowed these corporations to no longer compete. You niggas is up at 3 a.m. on fucking Amazon buying dildos and shit. If that's what you like, cool. But why you couldn't wait till the morning to make a more You couldn't wait till the morning when, make a more sound decision and think about the process and shit. Like, God damn, that's the Turbo 3000. That's the big, beautiful build. God damn, that's the Bubbinator. Like, off topic, but it seems they're going the route of reopening the investigation. So when they asked to release the files, they could use it as an excuse. Yeah, I seen. Unfortunately, bro. Y'all gotta chill, man. The Turbo Bubbinator, bro. Even things like Klarna that seem to be broken. Yeah, Klarna is a trap too. That is a trap to keep you in an infinite amount of debt and keep you stressed out. They always gonna be in your pockets, man. So yeah, that's the update on this story. This story is not over, because keep in mind, they are protesting today, the 14th, and then they're protesting again on the 18th. Don't be surprised if more people sign on, more people start to demand better. I'm not wishing it, but don't be surprised if it's a full-blown strike. If it's a full-blown strike, you ball and gun gamers, y'all gonna have to wait. Did y'all know 70% of millennials are homeowners in China? Yeah, I read there's no homeless people in China. It's because the government subsidizes a lot of things. They invest more in their people. There's good things going over. A lot of times with the American propaganda, people fail to realize in America we live in Ba Sing Se. They like to say China's Ba Sing Se. I think we're both Ba Sing Se. There's bad things that happen in China, but then there's also things that we can learn from them as well. You can learn something from everywhere. Shout out to the 50-year mortgages though. Yeah, there's no war in the USA. No war in the USA. Other Rockstar announcement, if you're a fan of Red Dead Redemption, and this is another example. When I saw this announcement, this made me think even more about what we just talked about how they're not paying the employees more money and allowing them to form a union. Not only do they have Grand Theft Auto 6, NBA 2K, and everything else, they just released Mafia under their fucking umbrella. They're now re-releasing Red Dead Redemption as a stopgap for GTA 6, which is going to generate more money. But they don't got money. This is a remake. They don't got money to pay people? Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare are coming to Netflix, iOS, Android, PS5, Xbox Series, and the Switch 2 on December 2nd.
Super chat, my
Shout out to
stupid little girl.
Shout out to Andre Garcia with the super chat.
Chat, hope you're doing
What up? Yeah, it's coming to Netflix. I guess that means you can just play it on your TV through the Netflix app or something, or mobile.
Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
This country is infested with all manner of scum.
Good day, sir.
All matters of scum.
Look at me, scrambling around, half insane.
Stupid is the word we use around here.
Now I'm in charge.
I apologize if science is not your forte.
I'm a fighter, sir,
Yeah, my bad. It's not a remake. It's a port. My bad.
and I'll fight to the end. Gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind.
For an illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush.
Enjoy life. It's a beautiful struggle.
Who asked for this? Coming to mobile. No, somebody's gonna buy it. Somebody with a Switch 2 is gonna buy this shit. Because ain't no fucking games to play on there. Them niggas is tired of driving around in that empty open world in Mario. And they already collected all the bananas in Donkey Kong, so they probably buy Red Dead Redemption 2. Man, I got the blue banana, green banana, got all the plantains. Might as well fucking get Red Dead Redemption on the Switch 2. Play that shit for 30 minutes, because that's how long the battery lasts before it blow up. A Switch 2 game finally. Yeah, it's on mobile. You saying with the remote control? You gotta keep in mind on Netflix has a games division. When they say Netflix, it means within the Netflix app. So it'd be no different than downloading it on the iOS store or the Google Play Store. You get free games on Netflix if you're a subscriber. You would just have to connect your you can connect a 360 controller, not a 360, but an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller to your phone or your iPad, and then you could play it. That's how you would do it. Why you calling me out like that? Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta fucking do it. We got some new gameplay for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Translation: this will not look like this on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, guys? This is the Switch 2 version. We got an overview, 7 minutes. Let's check it out. 4K. Oh, shit. This shit gonna be in 4K with no textures. How many of y'all thought that shit was from Smash Bros?
Explore a mysterious planet in this first-person adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
4K 5 FPS. Me, I never played Metroid.
When the Galactic Federation
That's from
research
from the Prime
is
series.
attacked by arch-rival Silex, the lone hunter Samus Aran answers their distress call and becomes entangled in an unexpected disaster.
I am really curious to see how this reviews.
An unknown planet called Vuros. Now, she must fight to survive the planet and find a way home. As Samus, you will explore lush jungles full of plant life, a factory roaring with thunderous storms, a research lab frozen in ice.
Who's buying this genuine question? I am curious. Who's genuinely excited about this game?
All of which
This
contain
man said it looks like a mobile game. Did you see that Horizon game that just got announced? That's a mobile game.
remnants of a civilization long extinct.
I would if I had a Switch 2. I mean, it's gonna be on the Switch.
The maps are maze-like and intricately detailed. And ferocious beasts will stand in your way. The key to exploration is the scan visor.
I'm allegedly just gonna play this shit on my Steam Deck.
Information from the environment. Why did this planet's civilization crumble?
Yeah, to be fair, if you buy a copy of this game for the Switch, you are allowed, because remember, emulation is free. So technically, you could play this on PC in 4K. It would look better than even the Switch 2 version. Technically, I could argue technically the Switch version is the best looking version because there's no Switch 2 emulation. There is Switch emulation, and I'd imagine it's gonna look better than that. And remember, we all buy our games here, guys. We all buy our games.
And what have they left behind? Could there be a...
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I promise, Nintendo."
Scan various objects to collect and analyze information to find a way forward.
Super chats just remind me how much Kitty Pryde used to super chat. Shut up, stupid little girl.
Are video games as subjective as music reviews?
Yo, shout out to Dion with the super chat. Are video games as subjective as music reviews? To a degree. Me personally, I believe video games are objective up until a certain point, and then it becomes subjective. So to me, what I mean, video games are objective is what's an objectively good video game? To get to a 5 out of 10 for me, it's like, does the game run well? Does it run well? Are the visuals okay? Are there no bugs and glitches? Like, is it a fully functional game? At bare minimum, after that, to me, it's like a 5 out of 10. That's an objectively decent game. After that, when you get into that 6 to 10 range, then it becomes subjective. Then it becomes more about the gameplay loop and the mechanics. Every game, like I've always hated the argument that this game feels repetitive, so it's ass. Every game is repetitive because you can only put so many things in the gameplay loop. So then it's up to the user to decide whether or not that gameplay loop is good for them. That's when it becomes subjective. So yeah, it's a little bit of both, I think.
Your core abilities include Samus.
Yeah, like Mind's Eye is objectively an ass game because it's not functional.
Power Beam, which can shoot rapid fire or charged. Highly accurate target tracking missiles. The ability to jump.
Did they give Samus a BBL? Can a BBL fit in a spacesuit and turn into a little ball? That's the better question.
And dashing while locked on a target. During your adventure, you
shout out to Bruce Leroy with the sub.
His powers passed down on Vuros. Psychic abilities.
What the hell?
Direct the control beam's trajectory with the power of your mind.
Did you ever end up playing Metroid Dread? Nah.
Use the psychic glove.
The last Metroid game I played is literally Metroid Prime 2. I've never been a big Metroid fan, to be honest. I just never liked it like that. The only games I've liked is Metroid Prime 1 and 2.
Manipulate energy and activate machinery. By harnessing these abilities, you can access new areas. It's
because with the Metroidvania games, there's a lot of backtracking. Even with this, that shit gets on my nerves after a while. Call of Duty struggling. I saw them Steam numbers was looking a little shaky.
Zones are connected by a central desert called Soul Valley. By obtaining Viola, a machine left behind by an ancient civilization, you can freely traverse the roadless desert as you head for each zone. Certain actions can
I hope there's something in this fucking open world, bro, because this shit look empty.
be taken while riding Viola. These include countering attacks.
I'll give Jean Grey's throat something in front of Cyclops' punk ass.
Yo, shout out to Jordy with the 5 or the 6 gifted subs. Thank you. Thank you.
From approaching enemies.
Open world looks dry.
And smashing crystals at high speed to convert.
I seen the story for Black Ops 7. That shit looks terrible.
Plus, if Samus is in a location,
I don't know what the fuck they was thinking.
it can be summoned instantly. And
Let's hit that sub goal, chat. Sub it up.
Turn to a first-person perspective to continue exploring.
Pretty cool.
Like Samus, some Galactic Federation troopers were also transported to Vuros. Follow distress signals to help the troopers and occasionally battle alongside them. They can even provide useful upgrades. Teamwork is key if any of you hope to escape the planet alive.
That was the story. I thought it was zombies. No, that's the story mode, the campaign. feel like the character models on the game looks pretty solid. It's just like the environment looks really ashy.
I had no interest in
Like that doesn't look bad, to be honest.
anyone but my family. Now it's a little different.
The story is apparently just a Warzone clone. Yeah, I saw that the story in Black Ops 7 has plates in it. I'm like, oh my God. So it's a Warzone tutorial.
I can't wait to see my family. When I get back home, I'll be taking a much needed leave.
Big ass sand lizards.
And an unknown destiny await on planet Vuros. Samus and her allies' fight to survive is about to begin. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Available December 4th, only on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
If this gets good reviews, I'll probably pick it up when I get a Switch 2. The day that From Software game comes out, I'll probably get a Switch 2. That Blood game, I'll probably get this and Donkey Kong. I don't care about Mario Kart.
Pre-orders are
if this is good
on Nintendo eShop.
I'm pretty sure Siggy will play this maybe.
The footage shown was from the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game.
This is a Steam Deck pickup for me.
You can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
I'm just curious if the shooting is satisfying in this.
Two controllers to seamlessly swap between standard and mouse controls as you play.
What about Pokemon Za? Nah, man, I lost the passion to catch them all. I don't even think the passion was there that much in the first place. I really only loved Red and Blue version. I've never been a big Pokemon dude. I played one every once in a while, but that formula is just I don't care.
How much Kitty Pride loves to super chat my ear off. Shut up, stupid little girl.
Shout out to RJ with the super chat.
Support. This is the best channel for niggas 30 and over.
Super chats just remind me how much Kitty Pride loves to super.
I appreciate the 20 super chat, and shout out to Poet with the super chat as well.
A good day. Remember, it could have been worse. You could be raising a PS4.
Niggas is birthing PS4s. I think he meant raising a PS4, nigga.
You can explore the
exactly. Red and blue is the GOAT. Let me see. What else I got for you? So that's that.
Immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second.
Oh, it does run 4K on the Switch too. Nice.
Or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
I think I'd rather play it at 120.
These two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and play style.
Upscaled 4K
edition of the game can be played on Switch 2. Please be sure to purchase the game edition that matches your system. Plus,
I feel like Arc Raiders should be for the Switch. I can see it working on the Switch actually.
On Nintendo Switch, can upgrade.
It's about time Pokemon got passed on.
By purchasing the.
I'm not gonna lie, it's too many fucking Pokemon too. It was easy to catch them all when it was 100, 101, whatever the number was. Now it's like 1,000 of them. I be seeing videos of people doing Pokemon like trivia. I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like a question mark Pokemon and shit like that. I'm like, what is this, man? It's too many to keep up for me, man. I'm old. I'm fucking old. Speaking of Call of Duty, because we were just talking about how shitty people were saying the campaign was. I seen a clip of the final boss. That shit looked terrible. Yeah, the OG 151.
You're a YouTube member now, not a member of the X-Men.
Yo, shout out to Dre Bush with the 5 gifted subs.
Chill. I said you're a YouTube member now, not a.
Is it about to play all of them?
Nightmare Eclipse Gaming became a member.
Chill. I said
Oh my God.
YouTube member now.
Oh my God, it's gonna play them all. We gotta let it rock. Oh, I gotta fix that. It's playing all 5. Is that 4?
You're a YouTube member now, not a member of the X-Men.
MJ Games became a member.
Chill. I said you're a YouTube member now, not a member of the X-Men.
Homie Wonkin
All right.
became a member.
Speaking of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 being shit, at least it's got Fiend. Apparently, you can't pause the game. That's right. If you're interested in buying this game, you cannot pause your game in Call of Duty Black Ops 7, as it's always online. While most of the enormous Call of Duty audience buys each annual entry without hesitation for its multiplayer offering, the single-player campaign is also a big part of the experience. COD campaigns are often big on popcorn silliness and refreshingly tight. What? Some people just like to start a game and see its credits roll within a weekend, you know? But judging by the early impressions of Black Ops 7 that are beginning to surface online, it sounds like this year's campaign comes with some pretty major caveats. I admittedly haven't played the game myself, but IGN is one of the outlets that has gone live with its 6 out of 10 review, which reveals that the campaign's always online nature means it can't be paused, and if you're idle for what the game deems to be too long, it'll boot you out. For a mode that is traditionally offline and totally separate from the online portion of the game, it might come as a shock to some players. It gets worse. While the official website for Black Ops 7 states that the campaign can be played solo or with a squad, it definitely emphasizes its co-op nature first. A campaign that facilitates co-op is usually a good thing, but here it sounds like very few considerations are made for single players. You can't fill in spots in the 4-player squads with AI companions, so if you don't have three friends handy, you're not getting your desired experience. Objectives clearly designed for multiple players are reportedly tedious and repetitive when you have to do them all on your own. Mini games are built entirely around co-op, and that's fine, but it seems like a pretty dramatic departure for a game series that's always accommodated the solo player. So this is an example of what I mean, like, because we were talking about subjective versus objective. That's objectively a bad mechanic. When you build the game strictly around co-op, but then you give people the option to play single player, and when they do, it's clearly built for co-op because it's giving too much for the single player. That's objectively bad. They didn't consider, basically the game lacks balance. That's basically what it's saying. So yeah, for those unaware, if you're interested in Black Ops 7, I don't know why. I mean, I guess because it's on Game Pass. If you play the single player, you will not be able to pause the game. So if you had to take a shit, you got food burning, you're just gonna have to let the house burn down. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to let the house burn down. You gotta play the game.
Shut up, stupid little girl.
YouTube chat supremacy.
Shout out to Dre Bush with the super chat. YouTube chat supremacy. Because the end game is an extraction shooter. What the fuck was that? Was this game made? Fuck you, Activision. Did they even test the game before release? No checkpoints is also insane. I don't know why anybody's excited about this game. I saw this morning it wasn't a lot of people on Steam. Let's see. Black the hell? I don't want to look at the reviews. I just want to look at the game. Oh, there it is right there. So viewer, oh, these are Twitch stats. Why is this showing me Twitch stats? Where's the game stats at? Oh, dude, Steam charts. There we go. Yeah, so right now there's 86,000 people playing. Peak 83,000 right now on average. Wait. This is Call of Duty. This isn't Black Ops 7. Where's the actual stats at, man? TeamDB. Wait, beta. Let's see.
Just remind me how much Kitty Pride loves Super Chat my ear.
I can't find it.
Shut up, stupid little girl.
You can get the co-op campaign.
Queens forever.
Black Ops. This is Black Ops 7 for you. Oh, dude, Black Ops 7. Maybe the stats aren't there yet. Yo, shout out to Jay Mitchell with the sub. You said this is Black Ops 7. Let's see.
Oh, heck no.
This nigga hit a 360 no. I'm good off that. I'm old. I've been enjoying Battlefield 6. I'll continue to enjoy it. But hey, if you like Call of Duty, if you like it, we love it, man. More power to you. It's just not for me. I'm gonna go about my day. I hope Call of Duty fans are enjoying their time on the game. Let's see. What's it looking like on Twitch? Arc Raiders is still at 100,000. Interesting. Okay, they're going crazy. Dispatch got almost 30,000. Where's Call of Duty at 126? Arc Raiders are still beating it. Interesting. Arc Raiders are still beating it. At least in Twitch viewership. I'm tired of playing games against the unemployed, man. The unemployed. Dispatch and Arc Raiders are both amazing. Good games. Why play Call of Duty in a year where Ninja Gaiden 4, Dispatch, Arc Raiders came out? Shit, even the first Berserker. I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying Battlefield Red Sec. I've been on it almost every night. I've been enjoying it. This is actually crazy to see for a launch, for it not to be at the top. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh, the latest firmware update for the Switch 2. I read this one already. It blocks all third-party docks, so you can only use the default dock for the Switch 2. So if at any point your Switch 2 dock breaks down, which is more than possible because Nintendo products usually are built cheap, if you try to get a third-party one off of Amazon or Best Buy or something like that shit will not work. And if you don't like that, make sure to make some noise so Nintendo reverses it. But just know that you have to buy proprietary replacements from Nintendo. Yeah, more anti-consumerism, right? Pretty much. Motherfuckers love to talk about free market capitalism, but I don't know. I see a lot of people doing anti-consumer things that are not free market. This looks like you're just trying to charge whatever you want to charge. And then last but not least, got some bad news for the PlayStation 4 nation. For all the PS peons out there, starting with Season 10 on March 18, 2026, the finals will no longer support the PS4. Now, what is the reason? First of all, I didn't even know this game was on PS4. It must run like dog shit because that game has a lot of explosions. They say, as we continue to advance, it's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain and optimize the PS4 support without limiting features and game modes we want to create. Translation, the PS4 is not, and I repeat, not powerful enough to make the game that they want to make. And they're tired of making sacrifices to their vision to appease you broke ass bitch ass niggas. And to them, I say, I love to see it. Niggas thought I was making this shit up. The PS4 is holding gaming back. It is. Technology was meant to progress. If it didn't, we'd still be riding horses. We'd still be using candles. Let technology be what it is, okay? No way a console that came out 12 years ago. No way. Don't let the PS4. You're picking on us, man. You're picking on us. Why would you say that? I'm going in the sub box. I can't handle it. All right, what's going on in the sub box? Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2. Is this about Kong or something? Just saw this on Twitter. Apparently you can invade people's solo story. I'm here from the YouTube chat and I'm going back to the YouTube chat. He just wanted to shit on y'all. I was playing the Black Ops 7 campaign solo and apparently you can just invade random people's games and speak with them. What?
Razor. Son of a bitch. Where is he now?
The team hasn't seen him in hours. Marshall believes he fled Japan.
Shut up. Goro Majima? Is that you?
Why are you in my game? I don't know who you people are.
That's fucking funny. Shit. What the fuck? Who are you? Shout out to Black Ops 7 doing what it do. What up, Ethos? Are you getting Black Ops 7, Ethos? You gonna be there with Siggy? Who are you people? Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2. Black Panther 3 leak. I'm gonna watch that later. Actions of Creation, the official return to Vera. What is this? Sir, don't insult my intelligence. I feel that. Don't expect a conversation about Black Ops 7 on the next podcast. I don't think anybody's playing it. Donkey made a video about Knack. When they make a Knack 3, man, we need that. That was the real PlayStation exclusive. Knack 3. Man Eater, official mobile teaser. Oh, shit, it's coming on mobile. 4-Leaf Fields? What? The complete origin of Absolute Wonder Woman. This what niggas be watching right here, and they'd be like, I read the book, bro. I read that. You watch this shit. Escape from Tarkov, official 1.0. 1.0. The game's not out. Monster Hunter Stories Collection. Code Vein 2. Noah trailer. I don't care about Code Vein. Arc Raiders, Stella Montis. Oh, new map in Arc Raiders. Where the Wind Meets official trailer, launch trailer. I'll entertain. Oh, Metroid Prime 4 hands-on time. The abilities are more than a gimmick. Let's see what the streets are saying. All right, let's check out these chat. Did I already talk about the Steam console? Yep, 3-4 days ago when it was announced, and I uploaded a video.
Vera was once a world of abundance. Great empires flourished and spread across endless seas. Its people.
What are you doing?
Your people. Carved kingdoms from wilderness.
He needs a hug.
Daring any
You're okay, buddy.
That lay between. For at the heart of this world lay
no gameplay?
The essence, magic itself.
You need some attention.
This wondrous age of discovery and purpose left few prepared for the horrors to come.
Hold up. Bro, what is this?
For the ancients showed no
gameplay. No gameplay. We don't care. Maneater Mobile. Who's playing this? Running at 10 frames per second.
That's the one what took my hand, all right.
This shit look ashy as hell. What's going on with Fable? I don't know. I feel like that's a game they're gonna show it when it's ready, and when they show it, they'll probably like Beyonce album style drop it, where they'll be like, "Oh, it's coming out in 3 months," or like right away. But I don't think they're gonna drip feed us that because I know there's high expectations for Fable. I'm not. Or Leaf Fields. Oh, Stardew Valley Jr. Stardew Valley the Third. Niggas be like, I'm about to get that Steam machine. They gonna play this shit right here. I'm good off this. I'm good. I know there's a market for this, but I'm not it, bro. There's Grok AI art in Call of Duty. Is there proof of that? You got an article? I don't know if you talked about this from 2 days ago. 2 new Marvel DC crossovers have been released. Thor and Shazam, and then the Fantastic Four and the Flash. All available to read on the DC app. Oh, I'm not downloading that fucking app, bro. We might look for a legit version. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Thor or Shazam, but maybe I would read the Flash. Man, I like the Flash. I don't really care about the Fantastic Four. These ones aren't really doing that much. I started playing a platformer called Mr. Sleepy Man. It's about Full Cell-ish, but it's obvious the crew grew up with the GameCube as his past. Is it good though? Not gonna lie, Maneater was fun to me. Pause, nigga. Pause. You gotta say pause after that, bro. Shout out to the Maneaters in the chat, man. Maneater. Shout out to Bubba. Our creator's new map revealing. I had a lot of fun on Maneater. I bet you did. Trying to see what that about.
Even the boldest raiders fell silent the moment we uncovered Stella Montis. Every inch of it is polished, orchestrated to the smallest detail.
Who's ready to go here?
Yet the place sends shivers down your spine. Like we were never supposed to walk these halls.
Oh, is that voiceover AI generated? That I don't know. Let me see. Is this what you were talking about? Activision's statement on AI usage in Black Ops 7. Like so many around the world, we use a variety of digital tools, including AI tools, to empower and support our teams to create the best gaming experience possible for our players. Our creative process continues to be led by talented individuals in our studios. So did they use it or not? Yeah, that looks AI. I'm not gonna lie. The eyes, it does. In the eyes right there, that looks AI. Yeah, that does look like it. It does look like it. Which is interesting. This is a translation for we want to get the game out as quickly as possible every year, so we're cutting corners. The hand has 6 fingers. Wait, which one? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Count of 5 right there. Unless I'm bugging. There's one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it does have 6. That one has 6. Yeah. How do you? My thing is like, how do you not spot this before you post it? That's really lazy. How do you not spot that? What the fuck? Like I just glanced at it, and somebody in the chat instantly spotted that shit. Very interesting. Very. Hey, I'm not playing Black Ops 7, so y'all still gonna play it. Where the wind meets. Bring back Robert Bowling. Nah, y'all hated him.
I don't. Do you know the road up ahead? Who are you? Same as you. A wanderer.
A guest in dreams. Yet unaware.
Is anybody interested? Is anybody who's playing this game?
This time, I'll be the villain.
Asmongold's playing it right now. Oh.
But I have been on this path.
So he played this, but he didn't play Expedition 33. Interesting.
Too long now. The street was filled with ghosts.
I tried it. It's not it.
You call yourself the god of treasure?
I'll give you one more chance. Go on. Kill me.
He played Expedition 33. Shroud didn't, I don't think. Oh, yeah, my fault. My fault. I got them confused. Yeah, my fault. That was Shroud that didn't play Expedition 33. Yeah, I'll take that L. I got them confused. The nigga still live with roaches, though. That's Shroud that's a ball and gun gamer. I forgot.
Hold up.
If I don't go back, what'll happen to the others?
My bad, my bad. I forgot. One doesn't play games but loves to talk about them. The other one lives with roaches. How could I get that confused? My fault. The other one plays games, but he just plays alongside roaches. I forgot. My fault. Your heroes.
Struggle.
You've got a forward wife. So why couldn't you save her?
Is it a Souls-like? For the people who played it in here, is it a Souls-like? It didn't look like it in the gameplay preview. It looked like an action RPG MMO. What up, Trey? Nah, it's an action game. Are y'all satisfied with the experience? Out today, November 14th. I don't think I saw anybody talking about this genre. Let's see. It has difficulty settings, so not difficulty settings in an MMO. What? Really?
So we're almost a month into.
It has been 18.
Let's see what the street's saying.
Since the last Metroid Prime. Nintendo has not produced one since Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, so the question lingering around the announcement of Prime 4 has been, does anyone still know how to make one of these? A lengthy hands-on ahead of its release in December reassured me that Retro Studios has the look and feel of Metroid Prime well in hand, but more importantly, has its objective marker set on expanding the world with new psychic powers that feel just as natural as Samus's other abilities.
Samus is now Jean Grey. You can play it as a single-player game. That's why there's a difficulty setting. Gotcha.
At the debut event for the Switch 2 itself was composed of an initial tutorial section, an action spectacle as Samus comes to the aid of Federation forces under assault. That initial mission was meant to be a showpiece for both the game and the new hardware, and I walked away suitably impressed. This second hands-on event took place shortly after that slice of the game.
Suitably impressed. Good signs, good signs.
Pillars of Prime 4, but more open-ended and familiar to Metroid fans. In the midst of Samus lending aid to the Federation, she gets transported to a strange planet, cut off from communications and not entirely sure where she is. And, of course, missing some key pieces of her equipment. At that point, she discovers a psychic—
Oh my god, they're doing it for the 4th time in a row. You start the game off and lose half your weapons. What the fuck, man? Stop doing that. That was that. That's why I've never been a big fan. I can only play Metroid every once in a while. Every game The world's greatest fucking bounty hunter loses all her weapons and you spend the half of the game finding them, bro. That's fucking annoying.
Crystal, which fuses itself to her helmet.
It's a Metroid staple. It's fucking... Why can't we start with all the abilities from the last game and then we get some new ones? Just make us learn how to use the new ones.
With the planet's technology. The Lamorn, an ancient race native to the planet, believes Samus is their people's chosen one, as the crystal chose to fuse itself to her. So, in a way, similar to how Samus has traditionally found Chozo artifacts that augment her suit, now she's finding psychically imbued Lamorn power-ups. It's familiar territory for Metroid Prime. Samus isn't quite starting from zero this time. With the crystal comes a Psychic Beam, Psychic Hyper Beam, and Morph Ball abilities, but she's lost everything else. More importantly, she's gained a new Psychic Visor, which pulls double duty as both the scanning visor from the old Metroid Prime games, as well as the interface for many of her...
Jedi Survivor did so well to keep the open. Yeah, like the opening mission in Jedi Survivor was great, because right off the bat, you were like, oh, okay, you started off where the last game finished, and then you get even more powerful. That shit is great. And the game is still a solid challenge because you're now fighting more enhanced enemies. So that's how you keep things challenged, just keep amplifying it.
Snappy new psychic abilities. This makes sense.
Yeah, make it to where the enemies adapt to her.
Moving objects with your mind, aka your line of sight, instead of your arm cannon. You even see her raising her left hand to her temple in a classic Professor X gesture. And this sense of psychic power is accented by the only other speaking character in the demo commenting on how objects seem, from his perspective, to be moving by themselves as you manipulate them through telekinesis.
How'd you do that?
More on him in a bit. You quickly learn to get off planet you need to gather 5 Master Teleporter keys, and so the adventure begins in earnest. This is where Prime 4 opens into more expansive exploration, but I can still feel the presence of training wheels. It's an early part of the game, so this is the first taste of exploration with some limitations. It was still relatively linear and easy to tell where exactly you had to go, so I didn't feel overwhelmed by the alien landscape. I trust that feeling will fade as more areas open and get more complex, but I couldn't tell from this limited demo if the 5 sections will have interlocking exploration or if they're more segmented. The first one, at least, was almost entirely standalone, but I did see clues of things to come back to once I received other powers.
Backtracking?
This section took place in an overgrown jungle in the shadow of a massive tree that's sacred to the Lamorn. And on a visual level, I had mixed feelings about this area. Nintendo excels at art direction and makes the most of its comparatively low hardware power, especially when it comes to the rubbery, cartoonish styles of Mario and his pals. When it comes to more realistic style with lots of organic elements,
I think this game will look better when you play it in person, especially on the Steam Deck.
With realism are more apparent. The jungle looked merely fine, with overgrown brush mostly along the edges of flat dirt paths. There are moments that it looks surprisingly great though, like when you navigate through vines as a morph ball and get to see the organic elements in a tightly controlled space, or viewing the sheen of a calcified resin that blocks certain doors. It's not a bad looking game by any means, but attempting a realistic art style for a familiar biome like jungle invites unflattering comparisons to PS5 and Xbox Series XS games. In this initial section, enemies were mostly minor nuisances, and the emphasis was on exploring, learning about your powers, and acquiring a few new ones. Finding a missile power-up lets you crack through the resin, but you also get psychic twists on both new and old powers. You can grasp a psychic mote of light with your mind and then toss it into a receptacle to power up a door, or move elements.
Looks like Halo Combat Evolved in the jungle.
That element adds a twist.
Campaign Evolved
powers and gives you that much more reason to flip into your vision mode and see what you can interact with. One power.
So far, I'm getting the vibe that it's looking like a good game. A little safe, but it's looking good.
The control beam lets you steer.
I think most people will probably like this just for the simple fact that it's been a while since the last one came out.
Projectile in slow-mo to aim it towards control switches or enemies. As you explore, you run into Miles McKenzie, a Federation engineer who has been marooned on this planet with you. Samus Aran is a bona fide legend, so Miles is obviously impressed, giving the relationship echoes of classic Halo games when ordinary people come face to face with Master Chief. Miles is obviously in way over his head on a hostile planet where everything is trying to kill him, but he knows his way around machinery, so he's an asset. Your mileage may vary, but I found his hapless, dorky chatterbox persona endearing, especially contrasted against Samus's quiet stoicism. Miles even comments on it at one point, which makes me think the relationship is intended to be comedic.
Oh! Whoa! You are sneaky quiet, you know that?
After briefly escorting Miles,
IGN's preview hated that character.
Feeling like he was a burden, he mostly stuck to a control.
That's when it gets subjective.
Exploring the alien planet on my own. The demo culminated in a boss battle against Carvex, an aggressive sentient plant. The fight started by using your weapon to cut through weak points in the vines, but as more appeared, you had to use the control beam to cut through several sections of its vines near simultaneously, which couldn't be done through normal fire, all while dodging its swinging and swaying tendrils. It was an exciting combat puzzle in the way the Prime games have excelled, and I was pleased to see that scanning it treated me to a little bit of extra story context, informing me that it had been rendered unable to communicate by fusing with a Metroid. The prize for defeating Carvex was another new power, the Psychic Bomb, which ordinarily operates like a standard Metroid Prime bomb, but can be charged to create a floating version that can be grabbed with your mind powers just like the Psychic Motes. That lets you activate switches remotely, which then allowed me to open a transport pod. What lies beyond that is a mystery and will be until the game releases on December 4th. What I've seen so far, though, feels promising enough to fuel my anticipation. Nintendo and Retro Studios appear to understand the fundamental core of what makes a Metroid Prime game, with satisfying exploration, tense combat puzzles, and meaningful new abilities that change how you look at the world. The long wait is finally almost over, and Nintendo and Retro have shown themselves up to the task of matching a classic Metroid Prime. The final game, in its entirety, will let us know if the decades have helped beyond exceed them.
Embargo lifted weeks in advance screams confidence. Well, this is not a full review. This was a preview. You only got to play one level.